Ever had a match reply to your pickup line and you froze? You only have one chance to stand out on Tinder, and when you say the wrong thing, she'll forget you even exist within 5 minutes. That's why you'll learn in this video how to go from Tinder pickup line to scheduling dates in minutes. We'll cover the following things: follow-ups to your Tinder pickup line, what to say if she doesn't like your opener, and a simple trick to make her reply if she didn't already. You see, think about a pickup line as a straw on a juice box. It pokes the surface to be able to get the juice out. But if your poke misses, like with a bad pickup line, you end up with nothing. Just because you poked it correctly still means that you need to get the juice out. And the actual juice comes out with the conversation. Before we fix the problem, let me explain why pickup lines actually work and why they actually might get you in trouble. Pickup lines have the goal to say something funny and interesting, something a little bit cheeky and makes the other person either laugh or cringe. Now, pickup lines are often well-crafted lines that are very stimulating, and it's actually a double-edged sword. Let me ask you, how often have you used a pickup line in the middle of a conversation? The answer is probably not often. If your game is on point, you can probably pop one out every couple of minutes. But for most people, that's not the case. If you only know how to say, "Hey, how are you?" afterwards, you just created a very big peak just to follow it up with the most boring crap ever. Now, don't get me wrong, asking how somebody is fine. But the issue is, this is not the moment to do this. Let me give you a great example from another field. I didn't start this video off as follows: not knowing what to say after the pickup line will ruin your life. My name is Kun, and in today's video I talk about online dating because I want to help you out get better dates, and I hope you enjoy, and like and subscribe, and please also leave a comment. With this first sentence you will like, cool, I want to learn more. But the sentences after that will be boring as hell and get to the point where you just want to click away. I'll explain in a little bit what to do if she didn't like your opener. First, let's say she liked your pickup line and engaged back. In this case, what you want to do is engage with her for a little bit before asking her out. As long as you don't get weird and don't turn it into a job interview, the work is already halfway done. I had a client that no matter what response he received to his pickup line, followed it up with, "So, what do you do for work?" Needless to say, his conversations were boring and often died. When we took over his texting, we still used his pickup lines, but we made sure to keep a little bit more spice throughout the conversation. From that point onwards, we were getting him lots of dates without any issues. So what can you say after the pickup line that actually works? You have multiple options, so let's cover the main ones. First, we have callback. With these, you're following up on her reply with humor and wit. So let's say you open with the following: "Are you a magician? Because whenever I look at you, everybody else disappears." And let's say she replies with like, "Yes, maybe I'm magic." A callback tease would be, "Magic, huh? Well, if you make sure to not make all my hoodies disappear, I think we can work with this." Profile-based follow-ups are messages related to that profile. This can be information, hobbies, or photos. Most profiles have a decent amount of data on them that you can use. But make sure that you not make it too obvious. For example, if she's a Spanish teacher, most people will go for, "Can you teach me Spanish?" This one is basic and she'll probably have heard this over 100 times. Instead of that, try to go for the following: "Is it true that they teach salsa when you're learning Spanish?" And because it's a little bit more unique and a little bit of cheeky, it will work better. Finally, you can use curiosity. Within communication, curiosity is one of the strongest pulls you can have. Now, on its own, it's not a gigantic value builder, but it's a great way to start or keep a conversation going. When using curiosity, you can go all kinds of ways. For example, I think I know why we'd make a good match. Or, "You have dated my friend 2 years ago, haven't you?" Or, "Sandra, this is going to be a tough one." The key to all of these are: 1. Saying something that is easy to reply to, and 2. Saying something that's not goddamn boring. After that, you can scale down the stimulation, build a little bit of comfort between the two of you, and ask her out. It's all very simple, but it's not very easy. Now, before telling you a personal story, let's cover if she didn't reply or she didn't like your opener at all. The first rule is don't panic and don't get angry. Refrain from explaining or defending your joke. This actually makes it worse. You need to flip the script in your favor again. For example, by saying something like, "I tested that line on my cat first and it worked great, but she might be biased. It's not all that serious and it's completely fine to mess up sometimes. When I was first learning the text, I tried a pickup line on a cute blonde girl. And the line was like, 'Do you have a name or should I call you mine?' She replied with, 'Seriously?' Now obviously this is not the response that you would like to get. So I thought, damn it, I completely ruined things, huh? So for the next 30 minutes, I stared at my phone trying to come up with something to neutralize this. I came up with something and thought, well, this is actually not that bad and I got nothing to lose. So I sent her the following. Seems like we're off to a rough start, huh? Want to reset? The end result of it was 4 days later, she actually came over to my place. Now, why is the reason why this actually worked very well? It's normal to sometimes say something that doesn't work. When you stay calm and reply emotionally intelligent, you're scoring points. Women love men that can deal with negativity and pressure. So remember that while you're still a match, there's still a chance. It's only a matter of calibration and patience. Now, when she doesn't reply at all, don't swarm her with messages. Wait a couple of days and be chill about it. After that, you can send, "Did my opener bomb or did Tinder just overwhelm you?" Keep it at low pressure and avoid sounding hurt. If she still doesn't reply, just move on. Not every match is going to turn into a date, and that's totally fine. If your conversion percentage is somewhere between 10% and 40%, you're doing great. Now you know what to say after you use a Tinder pickup line. But don't forget, Tinder is not the only dating app out there. Hinge is actually the most popular app in a lot of places, but you need to know how to use it effectively. Watch our video on how Hinge works to get the most out of it. Click on the video on your screen to watch it now.